Man, don't that look good? Because I know you got food and I got food. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Smoking Jazz Barbecue. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to use this bad boy right here. Man, Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart. Yes, sir. I'm going to show you every single component and every single department that this bad boy has in order to use it correctly and properly. And I'm going to show you my way how to do the first burn off. So y'all stay tuned and I'm going to show you how this is done. Now, I'm assuming that you guys already saw this unboxing video and how to assemble video on this bad boy right here, the Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart. Oh man, this is a beast right here, guys. And I did a little small minor review on what I thought about it in that same video. But the next best thing to do is to plug this bad boy in. And how do you do that? It's very simple. You plug it into a nice power source. You're also going to need a nice 16 gauge power cord, which is this bad boy right here, in order to run this bad boy correctly. Alright guys, so let's talk about the grilling area. How much square inch do we have? So as you can see, we're talking about 8-in-1 versatility on this bad boy right here. But let's talk about the interior. So let's open these cabinets up. The smoke cabinet, I should say. And as you can see, these are magnetic latches they have for these doors. And I might just modify it in order to have a nice seal on it to make sure that these are locked in tightly so no leakage can happen from when I do decide to smoke in here. But let's talk about the interior part. As you can see, we got 4 different grill grates and racks, as you want, some of y'all might call it. And as you can see, they are porcelain coated, which means that it should last you a long while. And you can put your ribs in here, your chicken wings or anything, so forth and so on. And it comes with the hooks and along with 2 probes that you can use in order to monitor your temps on your meats. So let's close this up. And of course you got your smokestacks that you can adjust. So let's talk about the grilling area. As you can see, the flame broiler zone is already open and there's a lever right here that you can slide back and forth. You got your second shelf. Again, these are also porcelain graded, and total space over our cooking space, which combines this section and this section in here, are over 2,100 square inch. So that's pretty nice. So let's talk about this ash bracket right here. And as you can see, guys, this is an ash clean out lever right here. And what you do inside here, there is a little firebox where this lever cleans it out, and all you do is pull it back and forth. And this comes out and catches all your ashes, well, most of it anyway, in my opinion. While we're talking about levers, guys, there's 2 different levers right here, and both of these levers helps open the smoke cabinet to get that heat source and that smoke source that comes through. And where it's coming from is pretty much right there, guys. And while we got the smoke cabinet open, as you can see right here, there is a drip tray, which is, as you can see, kind of narrowed down, and it kind of funnels all the way down to that particular hole right here, which you can hardly see, but it's right there, and it's going to drip down all the way from that area in the back all the way down to this grease trap right here. So as you can see by the picture, guys, this is a large size shelf which is on the right side to allow you to place your sauces, your rubs, or anything additional to hold a cast iron skillet, as you can see by the picture. However, it's just a regular size shelf. It has, besides holding stuff, that has no other purpose. Hey, boo boo, what's up, buddy? That's my boy, y'all. That's my boy. Man, he's just turned 5 today, guys. Alright, so guys, let's talk about the hopper while we at it. As you can see, it's a nice size hopper, and by the picture it says that it can hold up to a 40-pound capacity of wood pellet filled with any flavor that you like to barbecue or smoke any of your meats. So let's take a look at inside the hopper. Pretty nice design. As you can see, it's nice and shallow. As you can see, there are slants on each side of the wall in order for the wood pellets to flow down to the auger nice and gently, I believe. and it should, by the gravity, go down nice and easily. Now, there have been some issues with the Weber smoke fire as far as the design and the way that the gravity does not allow the wood pellets to flow down to their auger, but this is a Pit Boss product, so obviously Pit Boss products are a lot better when it comes down to wood pellets. And as you can see, there's a little section right here where you can place anything, but I chose to put my clothes in here. It's a little storage area. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at right now is the digital display monitor. As you can see, this is a unique, smart display monitor, and the reason why is because I'm about to show you. This is the stick that I took off earlier from the earlier part of the video, and as you can see right here, this particular display monitor has Bluetooth capability, which means that you're allowed to use a smart app called Smoke It. But let's talk about the digital display. It shows you the id. And this also has interior lighting. You know, for me, simple things like this makes a whole lot of a difference for me. And of course, you know, you can control your difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius right here. The prime button, which is right here, and of course the power button, as you can see that nice and clearly. And this adjuster allows you to set in and control and add or decrease your temperatures. And by the bottom of this has all the probes numbers that you are currently using, if not, and the display, you know, from the smoke cabinet to your grill area. And by the display of the fire, which is right here, this intensifies when you get it to a hotter temperature. So let's talk about the fundamentals of how to use this bad boy right here. You do not need no rocket science degree in order to use this Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart. None whatsoever. It's very simple directions and instructions to follow. All you have to do is turn the power on, take it to the temperature setting that you want to take it to, insert a meat probe if you want to insert a meat probe, and model your temps on that particular meat that you're cooking, or meats as I should say. And then once you cook it to that consistency that you like, you got that nice bark, that mahogany brown color on the ribs, and that dark bark on that brisket. Man, this is simple as that. The only thing that you need to do and to have is time and patience. That is it. So let's talk about the cleaning part of this. It says in the manual, it tells you to clean it every 3 to 4 cooks, depending on how long the cooks are. So if you're cooking a brisket or pork butt that takes about 8 or more hours, you know, you might have to clean the interior part of that. Let's not build up any debris from all those wood pellets that are being burned off. Okay guys, so it's time to do the first burn off, or the grill burn off, in order to get rid of all the factory chemicals they insert in order to maintain this grill, to make sure that it comes to our house nice and safe. But we gotta burn it off in order to cook on it. We want to have any of that bad chemicals into our system when we cook on our meat. So we want to make sure we burn this off nice and correctly. In order to do that, we got to set it to the proper temperature, which is 350 degrees, which is in Fahrenheit, and 176, which is in Celsius. And then what flavors we're going to use today? Charcoal. And the reason why I'm using charcoal today is because this is the first bag I grabbed out of my storage cabinet. All right guys, now that you see we got the charcoal wood pellets inside the hopper, we're gonna turn the power on. And as you can see, it's lit up. And we wanna make sure that we are ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna open this up just like we do with our Pit Boss Awesome Excel, and allow the smoke to come through. But before we do that, we're just gonna prime it, and we're just gonna hold it until we hear some wood pellets drop. All right guys, by doing the priming, as you can see, we get a nice rolling smoke at this point. I got the fire and grill sears on open just to let more smoke come out. And what we're gonna do guys, we're gonna open both of these dampers up, which are the latches, and this is gonna open the smoke cabinets to get that heat source and that smoke source as well. So as you can see, I'm gonna pull these 2 levers to the right side, or pull it open, and you can see from this end that opened up, and I don't know if you can see the one at the bottom, but that opened up as well. And you can see we got a nice fire going right now. Oh yeah. So at this point we're gonna close the lid, and then we're gonna push it and crank the temperatures. As you can see, we're on 70 degrees right now, and we're gonna take it to 350 degrees and set it. And as by the temperatures displayed, these temperatures are gonna rise. As you can see, it's already risen right there. Look, 81, 82, and that's not gonna take long. So we're gonna let this go for about a good half an hour to 45 minutes, possibly an hour, just to make sure everything is burned off nicely. I did forget to mention, guys, I did have both of the smoke sets open wide. And I don't know if you can see a little smoke coming through right now, but by the condensation, there's a nice amount of airflow in it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see by the current temperatures, we are looking at 345 for the grill area, and the smoke camera, we're looking at 213. And so far, the issues that we've been having, and I did not record on camera, is that this particular door came loose a few times. I don't know, it was because due to the heat, the magnets did not connect together, but not saying that that's the cause of it, so I gotta figure this out. As far as leakage, so far so good. There wasn't much because of the seal right here, this gasket. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that gasket right here. So far so good. My other concern that I have is that the smoke cabinet only rose to about maybe 215, 217 max. And I know that's a smoke cabinet, hence, you know, the smoke cabinet. But what I'm gonna do for the next 15 minutes is crank this baby on high and try to get whatever chemically debris that's in here from the factory. I'm gonna try to burn it off as much as possible on a higher temperature. So what I'm gonna do is push it in and crank it all the way on high, as you can see, which is the H on high, and I'm gonna set it right there. And we're gonna take another 15 minutes. Almost 300 on our dome, and there it is, guys. Pork tenderloins right here, and this is what's for dinner. Seasoned with Pit Boss rubs, which is the hickory bacon and that competition smoke. Oh man, that look good. Right here on my Austin XL, but today's video is not about the Austin XL, it's about the Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart. Yes, sir. And as I stated earlier in the video, guys, we cranked the temperatures up to high. As you can see, this is high right now. The max, guys, was 490 degrees. And as you can see, our 302, which is there on our smoke cabinet. And again, we're doing it just to make sure that our smoke cabinets, all the chemicals that are in there are going to be nice and burnt off. And let's take a look at the hopper, by the way. Oh, and guys, I've been running this for about good 45 minutes instead of the 15 minutes that I stated earlier. But as you can see, I'll say about a good quarter of the way that of the pellets has been used. So, not bad. All right, guys, so I'm gonna give you my final thoughts, and I'm gonna actually shut this down. All right, so in order to shut this down, we're gonna press on this button and crank it all the way down to like 5 degrees, and then hold the power button for at least 2 seconds. And as you can see, the display has turned off, and we're gonna let this cycle down all the way down to it's completely off. This takes usually about a good 5 to 10 minutes on my Austin XL, and we're gonna see if that duplicates the same thing over here. All right, guys. Just want to show you, there is a little bit of smoke coming from the hopper. I'm not sure if this is normal, but yeah, it's still part of the shutdown procedures, and I just want to let you guys know that I've seen that, and that's a little concerned, but not sure if that's something major. Alright guys, there is a little bit of a fire still, a little bit of smoke lit from the ashes. And I think that's the reason why we're getting blowback all the way back from the fan to the hopper. We're gonna use that ashtray bracket and see if we can clean that out. And as you can see, there is a sound that's making, I guess it's trying to shut down all the way. And let's see, I'll pull this out. There you go, there's some ashes that came out. You see that sunset going down, guys? As you can see, it's kissing the top of the grill. Yeah. Alright guys, so there you have it. This is exactly how we do the first burn on this bad boy right here, that Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart. Oh man, this is definitely a game changer for Pit Boss, guys. From the smoke cabinet all the way down to the grill. Man, over 2,100 square inches of cooking space. What more can you ask for, right? 8-in-1 versatility as far as cooking opportunities, from baking, barbecue, smoking, and searing. Oh man, you can do pretty much anything on this bad boy right here. So let's do a recap of what we have done so far. So we showed you how to operate this grill from A to Z, pretty much from the digital display to the smokestack to the dampers and the interior side of the grill, and how to clean it, and showed you how to maintain this grill so it can have a well-balanced way of keeping those meats cooking correctly and not having any contaminations, and how we can make sure that this will last long for you in the upcoming future. So the smart digital display monitor, guys, is something that's definitely good to have, because it allows you to have that Bluetooth capability to monitor your temps, do other functions, turn it on and off if you decided to go out and then you need to come back in a later time. That's a game changer. I mean, it's making you a lazy barbecuer in my opinion, but guess what? You gotta change with the times, right? No longer do you have to sit in front of a stick burner and watch your temperatures go up and down, fluctuating, and babysitting all day long. I don't have that type of time. You know what I mean? So guys, I have a job, I got a family, and I gotta make sure I feed my family. And this is the way for me to feed my family, from different grills that I have to the great barbecue food that this bad boy gonna produce in the future. So let's talk about the issues that I found so far with this bad boy right here. So during the grill burn off process, this door came loose a few times, and I mean a few times, I'm talking about 3 times, and it came loose by itself. The magnetic part or the strip was not catching with the rest of the grill. I don't know if it was due to the temperature, because it was set and it was getting warm, and it was a little windy today, so I'm not sure if that played a factor. Nonetheless, I'm gonna look into it a little more and see what's going on. I'll give you guys an update on that on my next Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart video. The other issues that I found was that the blowback, when we did the shutdown procedure, as you saw in the previous video, there is some smoke blowback on the hopper. I don't know if that's a major concern. The shutdown time normally for the Austin XL took about less than 10 minutes on the Austin XL, but on this bad boy it took a little bit longer. So we're looking about 15 to 17 minutes shutdown time procedure, which again, I don't know if that's due to the hopper having that smoke blowback and that noise that came out from the cooking chamber. Not sure what that is, and I know the fan was still on during that process too, trying to cool it down to shut it down properly. The other issues that I had was that when doing the burn off time, the initial burn off time is 350 degrees for 30 to 45 minutes. That's the exact time that manual says to set it for. I took it a step further to crank it on high after the 45 minutes, just to make sure the smoke cabinets clear off any excess debris, chemicals, or anything that might be not good for my body. So I want to make sure everything in there is nice and clean and burnt off. So I cranked it on high just to make sure it can reach up to at least 300 degrees, which you saw on the digital display, and that's helping clean the rest of that smoke cabinet up, because any chemicals that's left in it from the factory, we want to make sure we burn that off. So other than that, guys, this is how we do the first burn on this bad boy right here, and how to use this grill properly and correctly. So guys, if you like barbecue and grilling, this is your channel right here. So make sure you share this video with all your family and friends. And until next week, guys, I salute every one of you that watch this video. Oh, make sure if you have any questions or comments, comment down below, and I'll see you next week, guys. This is Smoking Jazz Barbecue. Salute and peace.